Welcome everyone, and today I am doing a special unboxing and review of the Marvel Legends series Deadpool Back in Black action figure that is exclusive to Gamestop. Now this Deadpool figure is modeled after a 4-issue run of a comic book called Deadpool Back in Black. And if you have not read this comic book, I highly recommend it. It is a great 4-issue series. It's probably already out in trade back, but it basically talks. This is basically an issue that talks about Deadpool being taken over by this symbiote that Peter Parker got rid of during the 1980s, I believe, run, or when that comic book issue came out, and it's basically just the symbiote combining with Deadpool, and this is the creation that is made, and it's a really nice look of the symbiote on Deadpool, and all these extra stuff is really cool with it. But as you can see here, it is the packaging, and it's really nice that they actually did a little Deadpool Back in Black here based off of the comic book, so it's really nice right there. And on the sides you can see this is part of the panel from one of the Deadpool comics, which is really cool. And in the back you'll have Deadpool in the promotional pictures with a little bio up here saying increase aggression, boosted strength. Nah, he's just in it for the slimy black suit. So that is really cool about Deadpool. So on the other side you also have the nice little drawing of Deadpool and with the symbiote on him, and on the top you have the Deadpool logo that's only in black and white. So let's just get him out of the packaging. Let's open this up. As you can see, it's really cool because it's all in pink, and it's got these really cool background right here in the pink. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's Deadpool in its encased plastic surroundings. Not too bad. Let me just take this guy out and we'll look more into everything that Deadpool comes with. This version of Deadpool comes with 5 interchangeable hands. The first are a pair of hands that are used to hold his katanas or any weapon of his choice, and made of black plastic, which is really nice, sculpted. It's the same sculpt that you see on the regular Deadpool action figure. The second is these claw looking hands, which are made of black plastic also, and they are also reused parts from the Marvel Legends Carnage figure, and it's made as the same way, so it's really nicely clawed. It looks a little warped for me in some areas, but I'll just fix that later on, but it's really cool. And the last is that he has a black right hand that's motioned to do thwipping for the webbing, which is one of the nice features about this Deadpool, is that he actually can do webbing coming out of his hands. But those are the 5 parts, or the 5 hands that he comes with. For weapons, Deadpool comes with his 2 signature katanas, and these katanas are the same sculpt that you'll see in the regular Deadpool release. And the only difference with these ones is that instead of coming with a silver metal blade looking thing, it comes with a pink translucent blade, which is really nice. It definitely stands out compared to any other Deadpool that's been out there, and it's really strong, it's really flexible, so there's no worry about it ever breaking. But seeing these right now are pretty nice. I'm hoping the camera captures it, but it's a really nice translucent pink. But overall it's really nice set of weapons. This figure also comes with this symbiote looking arms that can be attached to the back of the figure, and it's really nice because it's actually the same sculpt that was the same parts that were used from Agent Venom, but here it still looks pretty nice with the new Deadpool figure. And even if you have it like that, it looks like the symbiote is actually crawling around, which is really nice to have. And as you can see, the sculpting on this is really amazing. I'm hoping the camera is capturing the texture of this thing, because it's really nicely done. It's very sturdy. And as you can see right here, it's got little hands, or it has like little areas where it looks like hands that you can place his weapons or anything else. And as you can see right here is a peg that will go into the back of the figure. But this is a nice little feature for this action figure to have. And the last 2 accessories that this Deadpool comes with is 2 interchangeable heads. Now the first head right here, as you can see, is a very similar look to what Deadpool would look like with his mask on. However, it's not a mask, it's basically just a symbiote over his head. And it's done really nice in black and white. It's the whiteness around his eyes are done pretty nicely. It looks to me though like the one on the right here is a little bit bigger than the one on the left. I'm not sure if that's exact how to the comic or if it's just a mispaint, but it looks pretty nice. The eyes are in black and they're painted really nicely. And as you can see, it's not like a regular mask because he doesn't have the little droop over here. but it looks really cool. Now the second head sculpt is this one right here, which is basically the symbiote when it takes over Deadpool and starts to go on a rampage and starts killing everybody. And I gotta tell you that in that comic it's really gruesome, but they've done a really well job of bringing out that comic into this action figure form. As you can see, the mouth is done really nice. The teeth are painted all really nicely. The inside of the mouth is pink, and even the eyes look pretty nice. It's all white around the little black pupils or areas, but it's really nice. It doesn't look to have any problems whatsoever with paint wise, but it's a really nice sculpt, and it's really nice to have this in action figure form. Now let's talk about the overall design of this Deadpool from the Deadpool comic, and I gotta tell you, it's done really well. As you can see, the tentacles that go on this back go on nicely and snug. It doesn't seem like it'll fall off, as I can show you. It's done really well, and the katana's on while he's holding it is pretty nice. Now, the hands on these tentacles might hold the pieces, but you might need to use like an extra piece of like sticky stuff, or how should we say, the poster clay stuff. But overall, it's a pretty nice figure, and as you can see closely, the design is done well, faithful to the comic. There are some areas where it looks like the black and the white are very soft. It's not like a clear line, especially on the mid-torso area. But it's cool. It's really not noticeable unless you look up real close like you are right now. But also, one of the things I did notice though is the shoulder parts right here that are made out of white plastic. It came out to be a little dirty as soon as I took it off of the packaging. It seems like they're more prone to get dirty along the way, but it's not a problem as long as you make sure you clean it up. I'm probably going to clean that up later, but I wanted to show you guys what I meant. As we come down here, we got a really nice, cool looking Deadpool logo in silver and black, and actually looks really nice. I like this the most, I think, of all the things of this figure. It's just so clean. It's nothing wrong with it. But as you look to the back, so look right here, you see the tentacles stick there. It looks really nice. And all the way down to the boots, it's just black plastic, but it's really nicely done. I mean, this is a really cool figure. And here's the second look where the Venom pool starts to come out and starts to take over Wade Wilson and starts to run rampage around the city. But as you can see, the parts on it go on really nicely. Its claws are very nicely done, and the look of his head looks even better. I mean, overall, it looks like a very menacing Deadpool when he just loses control, and we know that he loses control often. But what happens when the Venom symbiote actually loses control and takes over him? This is what happens. You get a crazy ass action figure, and it's well done. I mean, the articulation on it is really nice too. Now let's talk about the articulation on this figure. Now this figure is sporting the Bucky Cap body mold, which is used in mostly every other Marvel Legends around, and it was also used on the last Deadpool action figure, which is really nice. So it's really easy to move around and articulate. But let's go over it so you guys can see what I mean. For the head, it can go up really nicely, looking really up. It can look down, as you can see. It can look left and right. It has a slight tilt, not too much. Its arm can go all the way up this far, stretching out. It's got an upper bicep swivel. It's got a double jointed elbow which goes pretty far in. It's not too bad. It's got a swivel on the hands right here, and it goes up and down. However, I found that the one on the right hand started to die out. It's starting to be really loose once I interchanged it, but it was still fine. It still holds stuff. For the ab crunch, it can go forward that much. It can go back that far. It's got a waist swivel. Its foot can go up that far, really nice. It can go back that much. It has an upper thigh swivel. It's got a double jointed knee, nicely well done. And it's got a calf rotation right here, which is weird. I don't know why it needs it, but it does have it. And its ankles can go forward. It can go back. And it's got the up ankle pivot. So it's really nicely action figure and easy to pose around. And for some size comparisons and looks, here is the recently released regular Deadpool action figure next to the new Back in Black action figure. And as you can see, the original one is a little bit taller due to the boots that are different compared to what the new one has. But overall it looks pretty cool. As you can see, they look at each other and they look really nice. And this one doesn't come with any of the holsters or anything to hold his katanas, but either way, the design of it is faithful to the comic, and that's how it's supposed to be, because obviously the symbiote doesn't carry anything, and if it does, it probably carries it within its symbiote, or if not, creates these other stuff. But overall, this is a really nice looking pair standing next to each other. And here is the Venom pool, as you can see, on a flight stand with a custom web that I've made. It's for him to have, and it's really nicely done. I gotta tell you guys, if you're able to find this figure, I highly recommend it. It's unfortunately a GameStop exclusive, which means that online pre-orders were already done with and they were sold. However, I was able to find out that they are selling these guys at the store still. So if you can, call up your local GameStop and see if they have it, and if not, they'll probably tell you what stores might have it near you. But overall, this is a great figure to have. The only thing I wish is that the articulation would work nicer, because it does have like this webbing effect, and it looks like it has like some of his Spider-Man's powers. It would be nice if you can articulate it more, which is probably my own fault, because I'm probably not articulating it as the best I can. But overall, I think this is an awesome figure. I highly recommend it. The only problem I'm having is the right hand is actually a little bit loose on me now with the interchanging of the other hands. But that's, it's fine. I'm pretty sure it'll fix itself over time. But either way, guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope this video was informative. I hope you like it. If you did, press the like button, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the video below, and I will catch you guys later.